So now we will learn the concept of 8086 microprocessor. So 8086 is the 16-bit microprocessor and that is developed by Intel in 1978. It has much and more powerful instruction sets for performing the arithmetical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, then many more. It has a programming flexibility and it can improve the speed of the operation as compared to the 8-bit microprocessor like 8080 and 8085 and as well as 8008. It has 40 pins of integrated circuits. The 8086 microprocessor consists of plus 5 volt of power supply. Each and every processor is having their own address bus as well as data bus. 8086 processor is having 20 bit of address bus. So as it consists of 20 bit of address lines, so it can address up to 2 raised to 20, that is 1 megabyte of memory. And here 20 address lines are there. So we can say that A for address lines and D for data lines. So total 16 address and data lines are multiplexed with each other. So how they are performing the multiplexing, that later we can see in the pin diagram. So here there are total 20 address lines are available. Out of that, we are using total 16 address lines for multiplexing with the data signal and the remaining 4 address lines will be multiplexed with our status signals. So in case of 8086 processor, it consists of 20 address lines and the 16 data lines, that is 16 bit of data bus. As the size of the microprocessor is 16 bit, so it consists of 16 bit of data bus and it can perform the operation only on 8 bit as well as 16 bit of data. It can read and write the data only on 16 bit or 8 bit at a time. 8086 consists of 16 bit of ALU, that is arithmetical logical unit. So it can perform the arithmetical operation on only 16 bit as well as 8 bit of data. So these are the features of your 8086 processor. Just we can revise all these features again. So it provides 20 bit of address lines, 16 bit of address as well as data bus that are multiplexed with each other. So you have to remember two things. 8086 consists of 20 bit of address lines, 16 bit of data lines. So the size of the address bus is 20 bit and size of the data bus is 16 bit. The clock frequencies are 5 MHz, 8 MHz and 10 MHz. 8086 processor performs the arithmetical operations which including multiplication as well as divisions. As these operations are not supported in our 8085 processor, but it can be processed by our 8086 processor. 8086 operates on single processor as well as multiprocessor. So these are the operating modes. An 8086 processor consists of more powerful and flexible instruction sets are available. 8086 provides 256 type of vector software interrupt. So there are two types of interrupt, software interrupt and the hardware interrupt. In case of software interrupt, which consists of total 256 type of software interrupt. There is instruction queue will be available for pipelining purpose and they can execute the instruction in pipeline manner. Later on in this course, we will learn the concept of pipelining in detailed manner. For that features, you can only remember that point, that is 8086 is having the 6 byte of instruction queue for fetching, executing and decoding of instruction. As the 8086 is having 8 bit of data and they can take out of this 16 bit input output address. So it can maximum size, they can access 64 kilobyte of input output devices. So there are two types of operating modes are available, that is maximum mode and minimum mode. 8086 supports 24 operands addressing modes. So what do you mean by addressing mode? How to identify the addressing mode if instruction is given, that we can learn later on this course. 8086 supports multi-programming. So we can write multiple types of languages, programming languages in one program with the help of this assembly language, which consists of multiple instruction that is given for the string manipulation. So all these are the features of our 8086 microprocessor.